This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2482. What is intention setting and how to live with intention? By Shirley of DaringLiving.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Welcome back to our Sunday bonus episode, where I share an article with you from a different podcast in our network. Today's episode is coming from our very first podcast, Optimal Living Daily. You can find that show wherever you're listening to this. And please do follow or subscribe to the show to get new episodes every day. That helps keep the show going. And with that, here's Justin with the post as we optimize your life.
What is intention setting and how to live with intention? By Shirley of DaringLiving.com. Do you ever feel like you've been on autopilot lately? Does your mind feel a bit foggy and unclear? Deep down, do you crave to live every day more fully with more purpose and meaning? If you're currently feeling this way, then practicing living every day with more intention is super important. When you have a reason and an intention for doing something, going about your day just makes it feel so much more meaningful and worthwhile. What is intention and why is it so important? According to dictionary.com, the word intention means an act or instance of determining mentally upon an action or result. Being intentional is a mental state that represents a commitment to carrying out an action or a set of actions in the future. You are acting from a mental state with the end or goal in mind. Having an intention makes you more aware of your thoughts and actions during the day, and also creates something for you to actively work for and look forward to. Instead of letting life happen to you, you can choose to be intentional about how to live every day. Ultimately, I strongly believe that being more intentional can give you hope. It can give you a sense of purpose, belonging, and acceptance of where you are. It gives you a reason to keep living and keep moving forward. The good thing is that being intentional is not difficult at all. Anyone can be intentional. It is a consistent practice and choice to be more intentional every day. Here are 3 easy ways you can set intentions and live more intentionally every day. Number 1, start your day right. Create a morning ritual. I like to call my morning routine a ritual because that's how sacred it is. Starting your day how you want it to be can be the catalyst to determining how the rest of your day will turn out. That's why you see so many famous people out there talking about having a morning routine as part of their important habits to success. A consistent routine every single morning over time can be the anchor that will ground yourself throughout the day. I also use this time as me time. When my phone is off, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just spending the time with myself, for myself, by myself. If you're someone who's very busy and always interacting with people, having the time in the morning prioritizing yourself can be so nourishing. Remember, a morning routine does not have to be big and extensive, lasting for 2 to 3 hours. Especially for busy working professionals, you simply just don't have the time. When you are creating a routine for yourself, make sure it is realistic and actually doable for you. For my routine, I focus on cleansing 3 things: my mind, my body, and my space, which is a routine I learned from Lewis Howes. Choose how you want to feel. Toward the end of my morning ritual, I would choose 1 word of how I want to feel that day. This is a great way to be intentional as you choose 1 word to hold on to as you carry on with your day, because what you think about, you will attract more of. After you have chosen that word throughout the day, it'll be a lot easier for you to look for things and find reasons for you to feel that way. For example, 2 words I like to choose to feel in my days are joy and motivated. Remember, you have the ability to choose how you want to think, feel, and act every day. Number 2, creating your ideal life vision. If you want to live every day with more intention, it's also important to discuss about how to be more intentional with your bigger picture life direction. Having that long-term perspective in mind will also really help with your daily decisions and actions you choose to take. You can do that by creating a life vision for yourself. Journal your intention for your ideal life. This is called scripting. Basically, you are imagining one day in your ideal life and how it would look like. You'll script out the day from when you wake up to when you go to bed in present tense with as much detail and as vivid as possible. When you can be very specific and be very intentional about how you want your ideal life to look like, it is a lot easier for you to take actions, both consciously and unconsciously, to create that for yourself. Because again, you are setting an intention to create that into your current reality. Number 3, check in with yourself daily. Often we create goals and plans, but we do not follow through. Why do we do that? Because we have steered off track without even realizing, and we simply forget about it. Slowly we feel like life has no meaning and we don't really know what we're doing because we are not aligned with our original plans and vision anymore. It is so important to check in with yourself regularly. Checking in can be as simple as doing a regular reflection or audit of your mental, physical, and emotional state. It can be as simple as asking 1 to 3 questions each time just to make sure you are doing okay and that you are on track. 3 questions I like to ask myself through my day or week are, how am I feeling right now? What do I need? Or what is my focus for the rest of the day or week? This is why I consistently create regular check-ins with my audience on my Instagram stories every week. Besides daily and weekly check-ins, I also do a monthly, quarterly, and yearly check-in with myself. This is how you can practice to be more self-aware, intentional, and be more in tune with your mind, body, and spirit. You just listened to the post titled, What is Intention Setting and How to Live with Intention by Shirley of DaringLiving.com.
Labor strikes, climate change, your beat up office printer. What do they all have in common? Come on, it's all about the money. Economics is everywhere and everything fueling our lives, even where we least expect it. If you're a fan of Optimal Finance Daily and are curious to learn something new and exciting about economics every week, I recommend you listen to the Planet Money podcast from NPR. Planet Money is a different kind of world where the complex economy actually makes sense, where human stories supersede abstract theories. Listeners can learn, laugh, and be entertained. It's econ, down to earth, and Planet Money answers some of life's burning questions, like, will AI take over our jobs? Why are Christmas trees so darn expensive? The Planet Money team lives to tell a good story in around 30 minutes. It's econ for the rest of us. Tune into Planet Money every week for entertaining stories and insights about how money shapes our world. Stories that can't be found anywhere else. Listen now to Planet Money from NPR, wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you to Shirley. I agree with starting the day off right. I've seen a lot of anecdotal evidence from the authors I narrate here about this. Anything from just simply making your bed can give you a sense of accomplishment and control over your day. And we all have a routine, but the question is, what can we do to make that routine a little better tomorrow? Because as usual, I never recommend making a massive change and saying that tomorrow you're going to wake up an hour earlier, then take a cold shower, meditate, journal, exercise, have a healthy meal. If you already do those things, well, good job, but most of us don't. And trying to do all of those tomorrow will not work, but maybe one of them. And I wouldn't wake up an hour earlier necessarily, but maybe just 10 minutes. So see what feels inspiring for you. Try to get that day started on the right foot. Do one thing that you'll actually be happy about. And I'll be back tomorrow reading to you as usual, where your optimal life awaits.